My name is Brandon Bushaw. I fight at 135 out of Fitness Edge MMA. Current record is 3-0. Brandon advertised in a local ad agency here. I kind of harped on him because we wanted to live on the beach, you know. So they hooked us up, got me a job, we moved down here, and that's what got us here. Well, you know, when it started blowing up and getting big, I started watching it on TV, but then it kind of seemed like watching the NBA and thinking about being a basketball player. Then when it came to the local scene and we started going, I was watching the guys fight, I was like, man, I really think I can do that. You know, so we decided before I got too old, I finally got the blessing of my wife, my dad, my mom, and I started training, jumped into it, and that's what got me back into it. You know, I didn't want to look back when I was 50 and be like, why didn't you at least give it a shot? Well, initially my goal was to fight one fight. I just wanted to train for a couple months so I had enough cardio to do it, get in and fight once, I didn't have regrets looking back. Then I caught the bug, like so many people do, and so now I've had 3 fights, and now I don't see any stopping in my near future. You know, as far as amateur, I want at least 5 fights as an amateur. I really need more cage experience, and then we'll reassess from there and see if going pro is the ideal thing for me, or if it's just kind of a hobby. They're cool, man. They're a lot of fun, humble guys, laid back. You know, a lot's changed since then. You know, they're professional athletes now. We had a lot of fun in college, beat each other up a lot. They were both bigger, so you know I took more of the beatings on that behalf. But yeah, it was cool. You know, seeing those guys blow up to stardom and you know, be national kind of superstars now is really cool. Talk back and forth through text a lot about getting ready for fights, and then first thing I do after a fight is text them both, let them know, you know, win, lose, whatever happened. So yeah, we stay on the up and up. Yeah, you know, I talked to Gray a lot about it because I was a mess, man, before my first one, you know. Just because it's a scary thing. You get into a cage with another guy who's been training to beat you up as well. You know, and he said, he's like, man, just relax. So you've been doing it your whole life. You know, you wrestling, competing. So don't worry about it. Get in there and bang it out. That's what amateur fighting's for. Figure out where you are. So that's what I did, and I kind of keep that rolling. You know, me and a buddy of mine, you know, we would just go roll around, and then more frequently, I fell in love with the place. And Mike Kelly and those guys over there, my teammates at Fitness Edge, they're so welcoming. It really is great. Yeah, the Bushaw's Brigade, honestly, man, they've catapulted me to the next level. You know, when you do your training, sometimes you get in a rut, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. And you think about, I think last time we had like 150 people go to the fight, you know, which is huge for me. So when you're training, you want to give up, you're like, oh, you got all those people, you know, like counting on you. You know, this last fight, I got in a little bit of trouble early. I caught in a guillotine. It was deep and tight, and I could hear people, and I kept thinking, it's like, you don't want to let the brigade down. You know, is all I kept thinking about. And it really does help. It helps on many levels. Well, I'll tell you, we've been here for almost 8 years, and if I had to do it all, it would be running the bar. It would be more mentally stressful. But I'm blessed with Cynthia, my wife, who she's afforded me the opportunity to work out and train far more than I have to be hands-on at the bar, which is a blessing that most people aren't given. So right now, training's harder, without a doubt, because she has picked up my slack at the bar, at the restaurant, a lot. It just makes my day-to-day that much easier. It's very difficult, you know. I mean, it's there, and a little plug. We do have great food, so it's hard not to eat all that fried stuff. But for the most part, I've given up fried food. You know, when it's 6 weeks out from a fight, I don't drink. You know, maybe occasionally a little bit. And it's gotten easier. The first time was brutal, you know. I mean, I think I drank probably 2 weeks before my first fight just because it was such the norm for so long. But now, you know, since, again, my wife and I, we both are kind of on a healthy eating pattern. We don't drink nearly as much. She's up doing insanity at 8 in the morning, you know, so there's no pressure to go out all the time. I have a great staff here at the bar. They take care of it. I don't have to worry about it and be up at 4 in the morning like I used to, so it's nice, and it's not so hard. I've been cutting weight my whole life, so it's more or less dieting at this point. My next fight, I'm taking it one fight at a time, training one day at a time. I appreciate it. Hometown MMA.